I don't know if that YouTube might try to knock me down because I got that music on in the background, but it's not really that loud. Maybe I can answer a question about gambling or uh, or anything else for that matter. Anyhow, it is early in the morning, and this is a test. I usually go live on TikTok this early. I figured I'd try YouTube and see how the community is out there. There's got to be somebody out there that this channel can reach right now. Somebody that's looking for some light. Do I have enough power on this thing? Maybe I don't have enough power on that. Yeah. Let me plug this thing in because I hope it doesn't go and turn into Bluetooth on me here, no? Anyhow, I figured I'd see if anybody wanted to ask a question about gambling or something like that. Let me see if I got to disconnect the... Oh, there we go. Disconnect that thing there. That'll work better, won't it? I think it will. Anyways, good morning. Good morning. Somebody's out there. I'm not the only one alive. I got a few minutes. I'd just getting in. Figured I'd go live on YouTube for just a few minutes, you know, and send a greeting out there. A wonderful greeting to somebody out there. Some wonderful person. Yeah, we're all wonderful in many ways, right? And we're all going through difficulties in many different ways also. So how are we going to look at life? Are we awake? You know what I mean? I see somebody. Let me look at the comments. Live chat. No comments. I don't think so. No. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. What does it say there? Let me see. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yeah. All right. So, hey, it took a long time to do my research on gambling. Huh? What's it say there? Let me see. Took a long time to do my research on gambling, and I found out everything about it is hazard and self-distraction. Yeah, I agree. Yes. What else? I'm sure you found out some other important things as you do your research. Yeah, that's interesting. Took a long time to do my research on gambling, and I found out everything about it is hazard and self-distraction and self-destruction also, right? It is a self-destruction. Yeah. I call that an FT. That's a focus thief right there. That is a focus thief right there. Oh, yeah. Yep. By the way, it's Thursday. Yeah, man, this week is just going by again so quickly, isn't it? The weeks are going by so quickly. The days, the hours are they're just going by. Anyhow, I'm really excited. There's many challenges ahead of me. I'm sure there's many challenges ahead of you too. So I figured I'd come on for a little bit and see if anybody had any questions. I might be able to answer a question or two. Might be bad timing for me to go live, but I figured I'd try it. I've never gone live this early. Yeah. Well, at least we had a chance to meet up here. Slow easy. How about slow and easy? There we go. Yep. Somebody else joined in. I see that. I've had a couple of people that have joined in. Hey, what's happening? If you have a question, you gambling question, you have whatever. I'm just here. Santos Jr., Stockton, California. The world's #1 problem gambling interventionist. Live. Yes, live. The world's #1. Why do you say you're #1? Because I was a big #1 loser. So if I'm going to label myself, I might as well label myself #1, right? If you're going to label yourself, you're not going to label yourself #2. Would you do that? Label yourself #2? If you're a problem gambler, you may be in that difficulty. Yeah. What's your take? Let me see. What was that? Samaya. Hello, Santos. What's your take on all the gambling apps? Well, what's my take on it? They make money. That's what they're for, right? They're making money. That's what they're for. Now, I got caught up online for a little bit, and it was weird because I was in one casino online one time, and I made like $1,000 or something like that online. I mean, on the internet, and I was kind of shocked that I made that. No, I actually made more than that. But I didn't have to put in that much money. But what happened was I ended up losing it all. I lost all of it, and it was like over $1,000, and I just lost it. So I went through those the apps, the casinos. Man, I tell you, it's just like the real thing, isn't it? It's almost like the real thing. It really is. Like you're in the casino, and it's just as bad. It's just as bad, man. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Dynamic Boston. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my community member here. Yeah. So my take, just like the casinos are making money. The casinos are gonna do whatever they need to do in order to bring in revenue. They're a business. The apps, the apps are gonna do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you one thing about these apps is that they're more subliminal. If you understand subliminal, so they're more dangerous. In other words, versus well, I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong about that. I might be wrong about going into the casino. The thing is, you could do more damage to yourself in the privacy of your own home or in your car or in some hotel room on a phone or on a computer. You know, you don't even have to go out of the room, and you can really damage yourself. With credit cards, you can sit with a couple credit cards or bank card in front of a computer, and you could be swallowed up like a cow swallows grass. Yes, and you can gamble without driving to casino, hiding from home. It's too easy. Dynamic Boston says. Sumaya says, true. I once busted my phone after turning $40 into 5,000 and then losing it all back once. Sounds like me. I raised my bet. It began so obviously cheat because I had built it up by playing small bets. Yeah, these apps, I'll tell you, man, they're dangerous. I've messed with them. I know personally, the digital apps. Like I said, I didn't win a lot of money. I've won more money in the casinos over the years, little jackpots here and there. I've lost more, but I have had more winnings. Online, I think I've had maybe one big winning, and then it was just loss after loss after loss. And I said, man, I just this is insane, man. This is like ludicrous to me. I know some people say ludicrous. I say ludicrous, like crispy, like crisp in London. Would you care for crisp? I guess that's how they say it in London, right? Would you care for a crisp? I don't know. Anyhow, the mind. I just got off of work, by the way. I'm just kind of getting off a shift that I do at nighttime. So I'm just kind of releasing my energy so I can get some rest and go back and do what I got to do. Friends, I'll tell you, when I started my community, when I started mission, the Soldiers of Self-Mastery mission, I thought, man, there's got to be something that I could do that would keep me occupied, that would keep me away from the casino. And part of this mission that I share with you on the other side is my recovery. It's my sobriety is what it is. I've said this many times to many of you, those of you that follow, and you don't follow me, you follow the community, you're part of a tribe. You're not following me. It's about the energy. It's about the direction, because ultimately it's all about you and your own direction. You know what I mean? I'm going in one direction, right? Now, you're not going to follow me. You might be part of my community, but you're going to follow your heart. You're going to follow your intuition, your will, your emotions. And that's how, through the journaling, I tell you, journaling's been powerful, dynamic. Journaling for me has been dynamic, and it has literally turned my life. Literally turned my life around. It really has. Um, and so that this mission has grown from videos. I'm creating digital boot camps. There's some really cool things that I'm putting together that I'm working on, but it takes money. It takes money, and it takes effort, and it takes right people to work with. And unfortunately, I'll tell you, people have taken advantage of me, man, over the years. I have gotten smarter, obviously, right? You do get smarter. You better learn how to negotiate today, because if you don't, you're going to get eaten like a shark, like little fish. The shark comes in and just opens its mouth and swallows all of that fish and all those little fish. And that's how it is. You get swallowed up. Even if you think about this, what is the casino doing? When you go into a casino, you're negotiating, if you really think about it. So you're negotiating in the casino, but look at the negotiation though, right? Look at it. What it's not in your favor. It really isn't. You're supposed to go into a casino, right? Whatever it is, the slot machine, the card table, the roulettes, and it is supposed to be a negotiation. Because if it's not a negotiation, you're a complete robot. You have been turned into a robot, and you are under a deep hypnotic trance, and you're giving all of your money into the casino. You might be doing it little by little, or very slowly, or you might be doing it very fast, and that's the damage. So again, that's why I don't gamble. That's why I don't gamble. I don't waste my time with that stuff anymore. And I dedicate myself to serving people, people that want to do something. Um, yeah, gambling will make you do wild things. Yep, you never take part. I lied to my bank and told them that I never authorized, gambling charges to get. Yeah, and they give it to you. I don't know if they still do it now, but there's a time where you can trick the ATM machines with fake checks and stuff. And I used to get money for, man, it was just, I'm, you know what? I'm just fortunate I'm not in prison. Let me say, I am. I'll be completely upfront with you. And I hope that I never end up in prison because there's a lot of stuff that we do as gamblers. There's a lot of junk that we do as gamblers. And if somebody was to open that up and look at it with a microscope, oh boy. Ooh, man. No bueno. No bueno. Mucho fuego, amigo. Yeah. Anyways, it's a wonderful Thursday morning here in Stockton, California, and I am very grateful for your message today. Yeah, slow CZ, and to show you how devilish it is, they're now using celebrities and social media influencers to promote it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that own the social media. They own casinos. Some of the rappers. I'm not gonna name names, but I mean it's out there. It's out there. We don't have to. I gotta be careful because I can tell you right now. I have a feeling that the growth on YouTube from my end, it's been extremely slow, and I'm kind of wondering at this point. Um, Over the years, a lot of the work that I've done a lot of work on YouTube, but it is what it is. If it's not, I guess if it's just meant to reach a few people, a handful of people that would turn and end up recognizing and realizing, you know what, man, this is bullshit. What the fuck am I doing here? I'm out. I'm out. You know, I remember, man, I walked out of the casino for the last time. And yeah, I struggled, man. I struggled back in 2014 and 2015. I did struggle. I'm not going to say that I quit. I I didn't have the mindset though. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the steps. I didn't have the solution program. I didn't have the podcast. I didn't understand video therapy. I didn't understand all of these things. Mind mouth power congruency. I had no idea about real journaling or anything like that. And I was just experimenting with all kinds of different things. But I wanted out, man. I wanted out. I wanted out. It was it. I wanted out. And now I find some other areas that I have to get that attitude, that out eye of the tiger attitude, man. I want out. I want out. I want out. And only then will it begin to happen. Because you'll focus. You'll begin to focus. You'll see your focus thieves, the FTs. You'll see them. Yeah. You'll see the focus thieves and for what they're worth. Eminem, yeah, gambling is such a devilish, dirty, ignorant act. It is stupid, illogical behavior. Well, gambling is actually fun when you really get down to it. If I could afford to lose all the money and I didn't give a shit and I could care less about other people, it's fun to gamble. You have to admit, that's the truth, it's the reality. But that viper, that serpent, has a poison to it. You know what I mean? That serpent has a poison. And like some snakes have poison, have a venom that will, I hear this. I've never been, have you ever been bit by you ever been bit by a snake? One of, oh, have you, I've never, I've caught some snakes. I used to camp at, back when I was little in the woods. But the poison, the venom, it'll drop you. I don't care if you're 350 pounds. That venom will drop you like a fly being swatted with one of those plastic things. Gambling is the same thing. It releases a venom. It's a poison that's toxic. And little by little you're ingesting that, and if you don't, you'll see the damage. Oh, you'll see the damage. Some people see the damage right away though. Right? Some people will see the damage. You may not see the damage if you're gambling. If you're fully gambling, you may not see the damage right away. That's the problem. But then again, who knows? You might be. Well, yeah, Santos, you say it was free, fake money, then would be fun, but it's not free. Yep, it's meaningless. It's actually it is a waste of time. Gambling is a waste of time, but it's only a waste of time to the person that doesn't want to gamble anymore. Gambling is a waste of time to the person that is dedicated to a mission, a new cause, a new direction, a new faith, a new legacy, if you will. Because imagine people that die as gamblers. Oh man, what a legacy. That's not good at all, huh? Imagine. Let me share something with you. One time I was gambling, and I was by myself. A lot of times I was by myself. It was real late at night. This is no joke. This is the truth, real truth. And I left the casino, and I think I had been drinking. I know that I was smoking marijuana. That day I was smoking marijuana, and when I left the casino, I was smoking marijuana, but I don't think it was the marijuana that did what it did to me. Because I remember driving out of the casino. I was driving down this dark road, right? And I drove down this dark road towards the end to get on the freeway to head back home. And get back home is about 45-minute drive through country roads, dark roads, 2-lane highways and stuff. In fact, I had almost a head-on collision on one of those freeways or highways. So I get down near the road and I start feeling, I don't know what went on. I don't know what was going on, but I felt really weird. I felt nauseous. I felt like I was going to throw up, right? I'm sitting there in the car and I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? So I pull over on the side of the road. It's dark, there's no lights. I'm in my car and I'm sitting there, and I'll tell you honestly, I'm sitting in my car and I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on, but all I could feel was like, I felt like just throwing up. And at first it wouldn't come up, right? It wouldn't come up. And then after a while, I opened the door and I started throwing up. I was dizzy. My head was spinning. I don't know if I was having a heart attack. I don't know what was going on. But I was on the side of the road down from the casino. Nobody knew what was going on. I could have croaked. I could have died right there in my car, and they would have found me maybe the next day. Somebody would have found me. You know, I don't know if that was a combination of stress or what I had been going through for so many years, the losses. And I'll tell you, I've had instances, I've never had anything happen like that to me. Never have I had to pull over and on the side of the road for 30 minutes and throw up and my head was spinning. I honestly, I don't know. I thought I was going to die in that car. That I could have. But anyways, I'm here to tell you that why I don't go back to the casino anymore. I mean, hopefully you can see why. I don't need those things in my life anymore. And my job, as difficult as it is, and listen, I don't get paid. I don't get paid to do what I do. YouTube pays me a little bit. But my job is to make sure that you on the other side, that you check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's my job. Now, my job is to support you on the other side. But I can only support you if you're supporting yourself. That's why I'm here. That's why I offer my books. That's why I offer free journals. In fact, I'm giving away free journals now. I give away free, really cool journals. I just send them to you. You got a shipping address or whatever, I just send it to you. You got to do is just ask me on the live podcast. I send you a nice, and they're not just little. You can go inside and they've got notes and little questions and things that they ask you. So anyhow, how did I go down that loop and that road? Speaking about that day that I almost died. Yeah, and then I went home. I was still busy driving. Hey, I was still dizzy on my way home. Thank you, Dynamic Boston. Appreciate that. That's 10 less dollars that would go into a casino. Thank you. I'm not saying you're gambling. I'm not saying that, but if you were gambling, see, there'd be $10 that wouldn't go into the casino, right? So thank you for your support. I kept driving home and I was really dizzy, really bad, in bad condition. And the casino, the smoke, the environment, I know they're cleaning up the air a little bit. They use a lot of high filtration filters. At least that's what I hear. I'm not too sure if they're pumping that something into the air. They may be oxygenating the air. They can do that through technology to help keep people more kind of, in the loop inside the casino. Why? Because first of all, they don't have any clocks and they don't have any windows. People naturally we begin to get concerned about these things, right? And get tired. So the casinos are smart, man. They got they've got these engineers that do all kinds of things, man. So yeah. Hey, Emily, there's Emily. Glad to see you're still at it. Let me see. I find that I go months and months with zero gambling, but then one day I dabble back in and become full-blown addict. Yeah, it happens. It happens, but you got to catch yourself during one of those runs, man, when you say, I'm done, and then you got to really work that thing over. The problem is, Eminem, the problem is that you got a void going on. And if that void is not filled, you go right back to it. That's the problem. And I see this all the time. How do I know this for a fact in my own life? It wasn't until I began to focus on the Soldiers of Self-Mastery mission and dump myself into writing books. Listen, my books aren't perfect, but I write them anyways. I get them out there. They're on Amazon. You could write a book. You could do something to get yourself focused and out of that thing that you're in. It's that easy. But again, it's about, are you willing to pay the price? Thank you for that. I appreciate that donation. That's good. I got $200 I got to pay. No, I got to pay $200 to Yardstream to do my podcast, to meet with you guys on Sundays, those of you guys that meet me on Sundays, and to be able to have guests and the cameras and all that. That's $240 a year for me to do that. And I did ask earlier, so thank you. All of these contributions do help because it takes money. I tell you, it takes money to do what I do. People, I used to be afraid to say that. I used to be ashamed to say that, but I'm not afraid to say it. When you have a dream, this is my dream. My dream is to be able to, eventually live off what I'm doing, right? The work of your own hands. But I used to be ashamed. I'm thinking, wait a minute, man. I got people that I get thousands of messages, and I'm not going to be ashamed, man. I'm supporting a lot of people, right? In a sense, I'm supporting you that are supporting yourself. So, we give, we help out each other, we support each other, right? That's the way it works. It's reciprocation. Sometimes you can give. Listen, I give to several charities every single month consistently. I've just got them on bankroll. Every month, a little check goes out here, little check goes out there. I don't even see it. It's just, they're small amounts, but St. Jude's, the paralyzed veterans, and there's another orphan place that I send money to that I would love to give more. I watch the videos. There's children there. They have the Bible stories and things like that. And it's a difficult time there. So I know the people, I know some of the leaders. I can give there. But some of these other places, you give the Red Cross, you give to you don't know who you're giving to. So anyways, how did I get off on that tangent? I got to get off here. I got to get off so I can get some breakfast. Anyhow, thank you guys. Um, were you coming off a gambling loss or a win on that drive back? That was probably a loss. It was probably a loss there. Hit that like button, folks. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Dynamic Boston says damage from gambling costs more. Damage from gambling costs more than just money. It has impacted my life for years. Even after the gambling stops, the relationships. Yeah, you guys know Jim, Arizona Jim, the motorbike guy. He's always on the podcast. He said this to me a long time ago. He says, "Yeah, collateral damage. It's that it's that damage that just continues. Sometimes it can hit you years later, but hopefully by then your mind is a lot stronger and you're able to withstand the blows, you know." Yeah. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, I'm gonna be live on Sunday. Sunday, let me see. Sunday we're gonna take on a topic and we're gonna discuss this thing. Um, oh boy, I think it's about how to really get free from gambling. I think that's the topic. How to really just go all out for gambling, freedom. I think that's what the topic is going to be on Sunday. Sunday's coming up pretty soon, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here. So if you're not Soldier Scribed, I'm going to ask you. I'm gonna invite you. You don't have to do anything, but I'm going to invite you to Soldier Scribe and leave a comment. This video will probably go on air somewhere. Yeah, but it's been good. The live. Any let me see. Since you quit gambling, how close would you say you almost ever fell back into it? Well, there's been a couple of times that I was tempted because of something that I went through. You know, I'm creating this program called the Gambling Addiction Breakthrough Advance Boot Camp. It used to be Gambling Addiction's Breakthrough Academy, but it's going to be revised and it's new, and I've been working on it, and I won't go there. So one of the key things that I talk about in G.A.B.A is to know the FTs, to know your temptations, to know them. You have to know them. And the more you become familiarized, it's like you expect them. In the beginning, you don't want to expect. You want to just run from the temptations. No, you got to remind yourself that you're going to face those things. You have to. If you don't, you're going to set yourself up for a fall. It's a trap. So that's one of the things that I teach. It's one of the things that I've worked on in myself, and I would remind myself. Remember, I say this all the time. Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. So I just remind myself of shit all the time. I talk to myself all the time, over and over the same stuff until it just sinks in. And sometimes I do it through words. Sometimes I do it through videos. Sometimes I do it through journaling. I just do it over and over. Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, all of these wonderful teachers, John MacArthur, they all talk about, repetition. What is Anthony Robbins? He says, immerse yourself, like, go swimming in it, get wet, let it be all over you. Anyhow, I am very grateful this morning. Very, very grateful this morning. Les Brown, another great dynamic guy there. Yeah. So I used to listen to Les Brown all the time. In fact, Les Brown has a very, very unusual beginning also. He used to listen to Earl Nightingale. I enjoy listening to Earl Nightingale. If you ever listen to Earl Nightingale, if you haven't, you ought to check him out. He's a wonderful guy back in the 40s and 50s, 60s. Earl Nightingale. Yeah. Napoleon Hill, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Oh man, I've never been a reader, but I've read some books. I remember this one book I was reading, this young black kid. This young black, it was a kid, it was a boy. And he wrote this book. And it was like, I remember I was reading it in the library. I always tried to remember the title of that book, and I could never recall it. It was a really, really cool book. It was like, it had to do a lot with faith and faith building, and maybe it had a lot of affirmations in it. And I didn't even know what they were at the time. So, all right, my friends, it's getting early here. Yep, Bob Proctor, he's another one. Yeah, he just passed away, Bob Proctor. Yep, he just passed away recently. Yeah. I was kind of shocked. All right, no questions, no more. Really, thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, it's been quite a few of you guys here. Guy with camera, still at it. Glad to see that you're still at it. Oh yeah, this is my recovery. This is my my way of giving back, and hopefully through coaching and other ways to help you on the other side advance quicker. People don't realize that I do offer coaching, and a lot of the stuff that I've done a lot of stuff free, and I do believe in giving. I do believe in giving. I do believe in giving. I'm a giver. But I also believe that you have to be smart about how you give and where you give, right? How much, and where. I just got distracted there for a moment. And yeah, The Secret. Sunday, 7 p.m. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Eminem. Appreciate that. Got distracted there for a minute. Dynamic Boston. So, yeah, these guys have all influenced me in a big way. And my job, yeah, as I was saying, my focus, this mission is my focus, and it's filled a void. And I want to be able to, oh yeah, I was speaking about coaching, that most folks don't know what coaching is. And if you've never had one-on-one coaching, then you don't know what it is. It's not counseling. It's not um, uh, when you meet a psychiatrist. I've met with psychiatrists. It's not that. Coaching is something totally different. Coaching can help you. For instance, coaching can help you with something that you're not you don't want to disclose to your family. You don't want to talk to your family, but you don't really want to talk to anybody, not even a friend. Well, maybe a friend, but a friend isn't a coach. That friend may not be able to help you. So a coach, you can team up with a coach, and you can, especially if the coach should be prepared, right? The coach should be, what makes a good coach? I believe that the best coaches are the ones that are coaching themselves. That makes the best coach for me, the coach that's coaching himself. So when you sit and you're doing one-on-ones with a coach, with a good coach, your mind, the creativity part of your brain and the imagination part of your brain begins to expand. It expands. And that generally will not happen on its own. It generally will not on its own. And the cool thing about having somebody like that is the accountability, because in life there's you're going to be able to achieve your goals, whatever it is that you want to achieve, but you're only going to be able to achieve them working in conjunction with a few others. And there is a dynamic energy that is produced. I call it brain power times 2. Right? You've got brain power times 1. I've got brain power times 1. It's brain power times 2. So you quantum leap, you advance. You have what they call those eureka moments. Maybe you've heard those. They call them aha moments. You have those very, very frequent when you're with the right coach. That's why I highly, anyone that is stuck in life, anyone that's having difficulties, maybe whether it's a business, you're launching a business, or you have a business that's stuck, you get the coach. You get the coach that fits that slot, and it makes the difference. And the thing is, it costs money. Oh, you hurt me, Santos. Yeah, costs money, right? To go have fun in the casinos, it costs money too. But that's doing you damage. Lots of damage. All right, my friends, until my next one, I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out. Hey, got here late. I will rematch this stream or rewatch. Yep. Coaching is accountability. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys on Sunday. Man, you know what? Believe in yourself. Believe. And if you don't believe in yourself, convince yourself of it. Nobody's going to do it, right? If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe, convince yourself that you do believe. Well, how do you do that? Well, how can you? Think about it. How can you convince yourself? Can you convince yourself? Listen, my friend, if you can't convince yourself to do something, you're in trouble. You're in deep trouble. You're in, like they say, you're in hot yogurt. Yeah. Oh, Natalie, who's this? Let me see. I got a está veniendo, pero aún sí volví. Estoy veniendo de un casino, pero aún así volví. Oh, boy. Yeah. No sé si entiendo bien lo que estás diciendo, pero como que estabas en un casino. No sé muy bien, pero yeah. That's the key. No bueno. If you're not happy and you're here in front of me right here, you're not happy with the casino life and all that stuff, it's meant for you to hear what I'm saying here. You need to plan. You need to plan, and you need to go in a different direction. And you need to do it as soon as possible before you lose everything. Yep. As soon as possible. Okay, my friends. Hey, remember on Sunday we'll be live. Bring a pen, bring a friend, and I will see you then. Making every day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top in spite of and because of. Yeah.